Okay, says I'm live, and I think it's right at noon. So look at me, I'm bad. All right, you guys. Tell me if the quality looks good. If I need to change anything. Hi Tracy. Hi Gina. Hi Brenda. Nancy. So let me see if I can get my YouTube set up, because I should be showing my bad self live. Maybe I'm not subscribed to myself. Can you subscribe to yourself? I guess you can. So there's a bit of a lag. Okay. Thanks, Gina. Tell me if everything looks okay. I'll move things. All right. Hi, Gail. Hi, Candy. I'm just watching. Right now, my chat's doing real well. Hi, Brooke. Focus, you freak. Focus, you freak. I don't think, not under the same name. Oh, okay. I don't know. Hi, Fritch and Carla and Gail. You got a notification. Okay, cool. All right, that means notifications went out. All right, I'm watching on my phone over here. I'll try not to pay attention to that. Hey, Dee Dee. Hi, Vaughn, Nash, Rhonda. Hey, Eileen. I didn't know if you were going to show up today. I thought you fell asleep at Dee Dee's and that was the end of you. Hi, Joan. Cleaning and lurking. That's a good thing to be doing. That's what I should be doing. Dee Dee, your stream was fun this morning. You make it look so dang easy. That's all I got to say for you, girl. You make it look so easy. And I really like the hunky guy. I have to say, he was just nice looking. Hi, Lane. Hot as hell out there, isn't it? But yeah, it was a good stream. And everything worked really well. And I'm using my new cable today. So hopefully this is going to go without a hitch. That's what I'm hoping. I've done all the camera crap I can do. So don't ask her what she had for lunch. They probably went to Chick-fil-A or something stupid that will just piss me off. Okay, it looks good so far. Thanks, Dee Dee. Okay, so I won't dawdle and waste too much time this morning. I'm sure more people will be coming in. Oh my God. Yeah. Oh, you're talking about the heat. Yeah, the heat. When it gets hot here in Oklahoma, of course, Texas and a bunch of other places have the same problem. But ham, turkey, and cheese on rye. Yeah, that made my mouth water. It's just oppressive heat. It's like a blast furnace when you walk out the door. What did Eileen say? Still no order from that shop on Etsy. Guess they're slow delivering anything. Oh, are you talking about Brooks store? I don't even go look because I know me. I have zero resistance. Anyway, if you guys were here last week, I worked with Lena on the yellow iris painting, and I did get it done. It is done completely. I'm going to quit jacking with it. This is as done as it's going to be. Eileen, well, Brooke, I'm sorry. I can't feel sorry for you because Eileen is always mean to me. And if she was any other way, I'd think she was sick and I'd have to call the paramedics and tell them when they show up at Eileen's, just make sure they have on clean thongs. So I'm really happy with this, you guys. I really am. I'm just happy with it. Hey, Jamie Edge. Hi, Kathy Arbor. So I am going to have some prints made of it Wednesday when we go up to Joplin. Hopefully I am. I don't know if there's even such a place. Yeah. So, but anyway, I'm glad it's done. I am happy with it. Unlike Dee Dee, I probably could keep dinking with it all day, but I'm done. So it's done. Prints are going to get made. So that's that. And today, other than that, I don't really have anything to show. I thought what we would do today, how do you make prints? I'm going to take it to Office Depot or Office Max or whatever. Hi, Teresa. Thank you. And if they have one of those little copy areas, you can take it in there and they'll photograph it. I think you can. Dee Dee said you could also, Dee Dee does this, so she knows. I think she said you can also like scan it and email it to them as well. So the only thing I'm worried about that being scanned is I did it on arches. And so I didn't have as much warpage as I might have had. But I'm afraid my scanner, that warpage would distort the image. And then you just go there, you pick your paper, and then you can have it resized or whatever. So I'm going to try it. Yeah. So I'll tell you next week if it works. But I thought today what I would do is, I know a lot of you do like daily journaling. I keep a daily thing, but I don't really journal. I don't write. But one of my very favorite books in the whole world, now I've lost it. I didn't say, are you kidding me? But I didn't. It's here. But one of my very favorite books just to look at is this Draw Your Day, an inspiring guide to keep a sketch journal. Yeah, that's fine. And I just like it. It's just, there's just something so happy about this. And I know a lot of people either do it or want to do it. Iron the paper. I guess I could do that, couldn't I, Kathy? I haven't seen my iron in so long. Yeah. You don't have access to a printer. Teresa, you could just take it in then. Yeah, just take it in. No worries. Brenda loves to draw her day. No, I'm going to show the beast here in a minute. But this book is kind of my inspiration for what I'm going to do today. Draw Your Day. Her drawings are not by any stretch of the imagination perfect in any way, but there's just something so darn appealing about this. I love it, and I all the time think, oh my gosh, I want to do that. I've actually redrawn that one completely, and it was fun. But I think one thing a lot of us got to get over is if our drawings aren't perfect, we think they're not good enough. Even if it's a cup of coffee. Exactly, Brenda. Okay, Eileen and Brooke are fighting in chat. If somebody wants to send them to the corner, that's good too. Hi, Dorothy. But this is kind of my my inspiration for today. And if you guys have watched me, Kathy Arbor, Dee Dee, a lot of us have shown at different times drawing books, how to draw, inspirational things, whatever. And so a lot of you may have bought the Sketch Encyclopedia. So I thought we'd do like a Draw Your Day kind of thing and use this to help us draw. But I'm not going for perfection, okay? I'm just looking for something that is as appealing as this. And I'm going to use the Prima watercolors. And the Prima watercolors come in these great little houses. And I have them all, so I could have done a down payment on a house for how much money I have invested in Prima watercolors. But I promise you, if they come out with another one, I'm going to order it. In fact, I just got a new one. And it wasn't the one I ordered, but it was one I didn't have, so I went ahead and kept it. Okay, a link for this book is Samantha Dion Baker, Draw Your Day. Probably one of the mods can get it for you pretty quick. It's available everywhere. I'm sure she's sold a gazillion, thousand, million of these things, and I don't begrudge her 1 minute because she has a particular style that is so appealing. So I'm going to use this as inspiration. This is kind of a drawing guide in the Beast, and if I run out of room in the Beast, I'll just go draw on anything. I don't care. And then some other things that inspired me, and you've seen them before, is these 10 steps to drawing animals or flowers. I like these books a lot too. They start you out with just a basic shape and then keep adding until ultimately you have something that looks remotely like what you want to draw, right? Thanks, Dee Dee. The class on Skillshare also. I did not know that, Gina. If you're talking about the Draw Your Day artist, but if she does, I would check her out because I want to support people who inspire me. So yeah, you can get these 10-step drawing animals, 10-step drawing flowers. I think I got these at Hobby Lobby and used my 40% off coupon. Hi, Amy. So, I mean, honestly, you can use anything for inspiration. I got this at Joann's. I think it was on sale is why I bought it. But I got this one out because look how her drawings are so imperfect. But you know what it is? Well, I wouldn't have known it was a Japanese, whatever that is. I don't even know how to pronounce it. And Eileen will make fun of me if I try. But look at his butt. But yeah, so your drawings, I think that's the one thing I want you to realize today is your drawings don't have to be perfect. Yes, the Draw Your Day artist. Okay, Gina, thanks. I will definitely check that out. How do you like that sketchbook? Which sketchbook? Kim, hi, by the way. I do support you, Eileen. I support you all the way to the freaking poorhouse. How about that? You like that? So yeah, pick up anything, use it for inspiration. These are going to be quick and dirty, and then I'm just going to quickly watercolor them in. Just draw your day. And this book, the Sketch Encyclopedia, if you haven't seen it, but look at his butt. You gotta look at a butt if it's there. That's probably the only reason I like football anymore. So in here, honestly, there's everything. They have it broken up by creatures, nature, how to use this book. Well, everybody knows how to use a book, right? The one you showed that you're going to work in. Oh, the Draw Your Day. I'm not going to draw in that book. I'm going to draw in my Beast, and you haven't seen the Beast yet if you're new here. Musical instruments, vehicles, there's lots of food and drink, which is probably what most of us are going to draw because if you're like me, I don't go around finding sea lions everywhere, right? Like there isn't one in my backyard, but there is geese and there is fox and there are deer and there's squirrels that I want to strangle and there's little chipmunks. So, but most of us, our daily lives probably revolve a lot around laundry, food, computer games, Netflix. Oh, I just described my life. For real. So if there's something in here that we can draw, or if there's something you guys want to see me draw, just speak up. And I like that platypus. I like that. Oh, and now that reminds me. Amy's husband wants me to draw a platypus skiing. So I've already got, look at, there's a full body platypus down here. And again, this book is really good for beginners, I think, because it starts you out with basic shapes. And I'm a firm believer that everybody can learn to draw. And the reason I believe that, and this is directly out of Drawing on the Right Side of the Brain by Betty Edwards, is everybody can learn to draw because you learn to write the alphabet. You learn those shapes, and they're recognizable to everybody. I think it's the same way with drawing anything. You practice and put in the effort, and there literally isn't anything you can't draw. And then I think to get as good as Dee Dee or, somebody like that, then it just all boils down to practice, practice, practice. Watch other artists, see how they shade. Don't be afraid to erase. Don't be afraid to start over, whatever. So this is the Beast. This is my daily journal. And you can see I haven't drawn or written, but I do try and take notes. So I kind of know what each day I have done or not done. So I'm going to start. Today is Monday, July 20th. I'm going to start with yesterday because yesterday I could remember pretty much everything I did because it wasn't that hard of a day. But I have to ask you guys, don't you like the way I decorated the Beast for July? Red, white, and blue with stars. I thought I was so good doing that. So this is very patriotic and festive, don't you think? And if you're new and you haven't seen the Beast, it really is just my daily journal. Some months get more art than others, depending on what I'm doing. I'll glue stuff in here. I'll write stuff down. I'll test products. Just whatever. I do try and use it to remember birthdays. These are watercolors. This is actually a sticker, not a painting. I wish that was a painting, but that is a painting. So yeah, and I don't feel pressure if I don't do it every day. But I like when I do too. I mean, I wish this thing was full, but some days it just doesn't work out that way. Sometimes I just have to take a bath. I mean, not a bath. I have to take a bath too. But some days I just have to take a nap. And this is when I was doing all the Zentangle. So it just, I would say everybody, whether you use it for the Society of Idea collection or whatever, have some place where you feel safe just going and doing whatever. Doesn't matter what it is. So let's just look because we can. Yesterday morning, we're going to look in the food section. Because I'm just curious, food and drink. Let's see if they have French toast, because I fixed French toast for breakfast yesterday morning. No French toast. How could you have a book about food and not include French toast? Oh, okay, here's some other ones. Well, then we're going to have to just draw. There's pancakes and waffles, eggs on toast. Trying to draw every day for a year. Good job, Fritch. Hi, Devin. Yeah, the crinkly sound. I like the crinkly sound too. Okay, and this journal that I work in every day that I call the Beast is a, let's see if that'll focus. I don't know if it will. I call it Miguel Ruiz, Miquelrius. You can get them on Amazon, but they're very expensive. I got mine at Barnes & Noble, and if you can find them there, they're about $10. They are on the Barnes & Noble website. And then my friend Amy, who, I mean, she finds the best stuff ever. She showed up the other day with I'm going to go ahead and open it. Check it out. Same exact thing, only it's a baby beast. I think it's got 100 sheets of paper in it. I'm almost certain it's the same paper. This is really inexpensive paper, so don't expect artist quality art. But yeah, you can get a baby beast now. And I don't know what I'm going to use this for. You can only get it in lined, I think. And she found these on Amazon. So you can get a baby beast. And the paper, again, is just, it's not that great a paper, but I don't have, depending on the products I use, I don't have too much trouble with it bleeding through. I'm always careful. A baby beast, right, Dee Dee? So, all right. Let's see, I wrote my notes on here. I'm going to have to transfer them so I don't forget. Okay, give me just a second. Of course, if I just remembered yesterday, I probably could remember all this. And what I did yesterday, have any of you watched Stranger Things on Netflix? Dee Dee said the other day, we should start watching Stranger Things. And so I took it to heart and I said, okay, because I'd finished Blacklist, you guys. And so I started watching Stranger Things. And I can't probably say too much about it because Dee Dee, I don't think, has watched but one. That is a crazy show. You love? Okay, look at, people are saying they like Stranger Things. I have to say it's really weird. It's really weird. Hi, Gail, or hi, CB. It is a weird show. Okay, and then I'll just write down dinner because I remember what we had for dinner. Okay, now I'll just erase this and we can just start drawing. Because, yeah, yesterday was pretty laid back. I made breakfast in the morning, did some laundry, binge watched Stranger Things. I'm going to leave this section right up here for the 4 or 5 things that I always write. So I'm not going to draw in there. And I'll try and draw big. Okay, I'm going to bring you guys in a little bit closer. So hopefully you can see a little better as I'm drawing. I hope that didn't jack with the focus too much. I'll just autofocus again real quick. Okay. That should be close enough, right? Hi, other Joan. Stranger Things. Okay, Dee Dee, your show is getting good reviews. Hi, Debbie. All right, let's start drawing us some French toast. Natural. Well, I'm going to put it on a plate. We're looking down. See, that's another thing. How do you want to draw it looking straight down at it? I'm just going to go ahead and draw the plate. Circle doesn't have to be perfect. There's the top piece of French toast. Okay, I'll tell you what a pig Robert is. I eat 2 French toasts. Robert eats 6. And I'm even going to try and replicate my little plate here. Does that look like French toast? I'll ink it last. So because I have so many of these paints, is Colleen here, by the way? He works hard to burn it all off. He does, Dee Dee. But even with eggs, I eat 2 eggs. He eats 6. Hi, Tambit. Jen. In my opinion, the Jane Davenport paints are the exact same as the Primas. So if you have Jane Davenport paints, you know what the Primas are like. They're a little bit chalkier than, say, artist grade. French toast, I love French toast. I like French toast too. The reason I like French toast so much is it's so damn easy to make. Like smush some eggs together, dip the bread in it, fry it, and you're done. Okay. I chose this one because I'm going to start the French toast with kind of a yellow ochre kind of color. Okay, when I'm painting, like real painting, I generally don't go from the pan directly to the plate or the paper. But when I'm using these Primas in the Beast, I do, because I don't usually have a palette around. Just using a water brush, because this is what I generally use when I'm painting in the Beast. Okay, while that's drying, I'm going to go ahead and these are my real plates that I really eat on in real life. So I'm going to go ahead and put the design on them. So it's going to be pretty small. Hopefully you guys can see okay. You know, the one thing I did right before I moved here, we had a dance outlet store up in Loveland, Colorado, and they had such beautiful china. I went and spent a ton of money on everyday china. And that is one thing I have never, ever regretted doing. I spent a ton of money doing it. Well, a ton of money compared to normal plates, right? But every day I get those plates out and eat on them, it makes me happy. So if you can, get yourself something nice that you use every day that you feel good about. Because that's one thing, one decision I made that I just don't regret. The first time one of the cups got broken, I felt really bad, and I thought, well, that's the problem, you know, that's the risk of using them every day, so just get over it and quit whining. I did that, and now I'm good to go. And if you guys want me to pull in a little bit closer, holler and I will. And remember, this doesn't have to be good. It will definitely resemble what it was, and I'll know what we had. I need, oh, there's the light purple. There you go. All right. And that was mostly, I was just letting the French toast dry. Now I'm going to put the burned edges on it. fact, I need a little bit darker brown if I have it. This is the complexion set. I love it. Love, love, love it. And last time I was at Hobby Lobby, they actually had this set. Hobby Lobby has started carrying some of them. And they call them, what is it now? Art Expressions? Gosh, I can't remember now. Okay, and on my French toast, I actually had peanut butter and jelly because I'm not a fan of syrup. Well, maple syrup. I like flavored syrup, but I'm out. So I'll let that dry. While that's drying, I'll go ahead. This is not to scale, okay? I'm just going to draw right next to it my cup of coffee. So don't be afraid to do this, you guys. Just dig in and do it. You just broke. Oh, because I don't like maple syrup. I like it like a tablespoonful, but after that I can't eat syrup. It's just too sweet. But that's true of even the flavored syrup that I do like. Um, it's too sweet. So that's why I prefer peanut butter and jelly on my French toast. Where's the purple? Okay, draw your day. I'll do the gray last, I think, after everything's dry. All right, and let's see. The jelly was blackberry, so we're going to draw some blackberry jelly on there. But the one thing you have to have on French toast is like tons of real butter. Tons of real butter. All right, there was my breakfast. Breakfast done. Then after breakfast, I started doing laundry. So what do I want to do for laundry? Do stacks of the rat's underwear all clean and folded. Because I don't use a line. I would draw clothes out on the line. This is going to be a challenge. Let's see, what kind of laundry? I could draw the dryer, the washer. All right, I'll wait for suggestions from you guys. Real butter. Yeah, no lie. Hey, Julie Topaz. Hi, Kathy Berg. Tons of real butter until it's just slathering off. All right, while you guys do that, I'm going to go ahead and the pen that I use most often in the Beast is a Hybrid Technica. This one I've kind of wrecked the tip. I'm not sure how, but sometimes it likes to write, sometimes it doesn't. So, but have no worries because I have more, and this one I think writes better. Yeah. Maybe. I'm getting a new one out. That's it. Life is too short to fight with a pen. A clothes basket. That would be a good idea, Tracy. All right, where is the box o' pens? Okay. Clothes basket it is. All right, let me go ahead and just ink this in. Okay, and those of you who know me know that I'm not a fan of drawing circles, but because I want this to be quick and dirty. But if you have a circle template and you want to use your circle template, by all means. Just putting a little bit of shadow on there where it dips down. Somebody's at the door, and if they think I'm streaming, Jeff. Flick the basement lights, and he'll think it's me. Yeah, he's out there. Now you're going to hear Jeff and Robert yammering. All right, my jelly did not show up too good, so I'm going to add some more. Let's see how bad this is bleeding. See? It's getting a dimple in the paper, but the color's not going through. That's enough, Elaine. If I kept adding more paint when it was wet, it would ultimately bleed through. So if you let it dry between layers, you'll almost have no bleed. So remember that when you're working not only on this paper, but any inexpensive paper. And look at how warped my cup of coffee is, and I don't even care. And I think drawing like this is really, even though you're not going for perfection, I think it's just really good practice just to draw whatever. And don't judge it, just do it whatever, and it's fine. Hi, Janice. Okay, so next is a clothes basket. And I'm going to draw these all kind of on top of each other because I don't have a huge amount of room to work with here. But there was a lot of laundry yesterday. So all right, and we're just going to draw lumps of whatever in here. Trying to remember what my laundry basket looks like. Your husband does the laundry? You draw dollar signs? I thought you just sat around drawing diamonds all day, Eileen. All right, and this one is, I'm going to do a checkerboard pattern, so I don't really need to draw that, okay? All I need is the color, and mine is actually white. So if I do it white, I don't have enough room. Let me do the clothes first. At my house, the clothes are mostly blue. Gray. I wear a lot of blue and gray and black. Robert's a more colorful person than I am. Of course, okay, can't do that because I would not ever put a red shirt in with blue and gray. I would not do that. That's part of the OCD thing, you know, where like some people will just throw everything, Robert, in the same laundry. Ah, that drives me crazy. You have to do loads of like with like, right, Dee Dee? I don't know how Dee Dee does her laundry. She might screw everything up too. I don't really know. Ah, there's gunshots going off. I don't know what that was. I guess that really scared Roxy. They're down there trying to comfort the cat. It was dinner. The rat has several pink, red, and orange over it. He does not. He only wears his regular denim overalls. Elaine's just making that crap up now. He does have a pair that he cut off, though. Long enough for me to take a picture. See, laundry is kind of fun because you don't have to do anything. Just, oh, shots is what's for dinner? Yeah, that means I'm probably having squirrel. I don't know what it was. It probably wasn't shots. It was probably the guy next door. He's building a new porch on the front of the house. And from the colors of these clothes, you guys are going, God, you guys are really boring. We are. I am. All right. What color do I want my laundry basket? Because in this make-believe world, it can be any color, you know. You like this painting? The thing is, just sit down and do it, Jersey. Just sit down and do it. I'm kind of thinking I'm going to go with gray. I'll leave it the white because that is, in fact, did you all see the moldy sandwich Patty did yesterday? She did a moldy sandwich? I missed it. I haven't been watching Patty live. I should try and remember to do that. But you guys, I've been doing a couple things different just because I just felt like I needed to get away from the computer, the news, the everything. And so on the weekends, I pretty much stay the hell away from all of it. And I have to say, life has been so much better since I pretty much leave the computer alone. I don't even watch YouTube. I have to read. I have to listen to music. I have to do something other than the computer and the phone. I do get Netflix, though. Drawing books are okay. You can always spend money on drawing books, Brooke. I'm trying to keep these lines somewhat the same. And just because it always happens, I'm going to paint a little sock on the floor. Because invariably I drop a sock on the floor, in between the washer and dryer. Somewhere a sock goes missing. So that is the missing sock. Okay, what else do we got going on here? Then when I started laundry, oh wait, before I even did laundry, I have tomato plants that, especially now because it's so damn hot, you guys, and I've already complained about that, but I might complain again, so just hold your horses. I'm having to water a lot every day, and sometimes twice a day. If they get limpy, I water them. because it's just so hot. Even though it's humid, it's still just too hot. This is the new watercolor I got. You guys have to see this one. That was Currents. This is the current one, and it's got a lot of blues, blue greens, and greens. Sorry. This one is the Prima Current colors. Love it. Yummy, yummy. But this is the one I got that I didn't order. I ordered something else. I don't remember. It wasn't Odyssey. It was Essence. I ordered Essence, and I got Terrain. And this one, check out those greens. That's like a yellow. So they are replicating somewhat accurately on the screen, but this is really a nice set. I like this. So, yeah, I wasn't a bit sorry when they sent this one rather than the Essence. I'm going to get the Essence too, mind you, but yeah, this one's good enough. I'll keep it. Okay, so what I have to water every day is, that's crabapple. This is the maple. Okay, I'll just start it over here. I do all my gardening in pots, you guys, because the deer and stuff around here make it impossible to have, say, a tomato plant out in the yard. Sorry. So I do all my gardening in pots, and I have to say I'm tickled to death with the pots. The thing about tomatoes, you need minimum 5 gallons. You can grow tomatoes in a plastic trash bag. Okay, I'm going to get a darker one for the water tray. And I could have drawn this out a little bit, but there was really no need. Because the tomato plant is just going to be craziness. I'm going to use the darkest green I have. And it's crazy because I have 3 plants this year. I got and you have to remember, I bought them at the beginning of the coronavirus. Okay. So I was uncomfortable in Lowe's anyway. I don't know that any of us knew the rules then or anything, and you were social distancing, only a certain number of people in the store, just blah, 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 right? So I went in and I bought like 3 plants quickly. I mean, I wasn't paying any attention at all. What I was buying, I thought I was paying attention, but when I got home, it became apparent that I had not paid a bit of attention to what I was buying. And I ended up with a cherry tomato plant, which I like now, but at the time I was like, why did I do that? Okay, here comes Jeff. Yeah, I ended up with a tomato, a little cherry tomato. I don't know what the middle one is, but it makes tomatoes just about this size, perfect size. And that plant has gotten huge. I mean, huge. The cherry tomato is not that big. And then I got a beefsteak, which I never get a beefsteak. I don't like big tomatoes. And every tomato I've picked off that plant so far has cracks. And then when they get cracks, the ants get in them, and I end up having to throw the tomatoes away. So here's my free advice. Pay attention when you choose your tomato plants, because you'll get home and you'll only like 1.5 of them. All right, so much for my area that I write in. But that's my tomato plant right there. And you didn't know you were coming to hear about my whole life today, right? And this one is just Prima the Classic, so it's just all your basic colors. I use this one a lot. And the big one that I said I really like in the middle, it is producing tomatoes like crazy. They're like the tomatoes you get at the grocery store, the vine tomatoes. They're awesome. I'm even producing enough now that I can give some away. So that's cool. So there's my tomato plant. Yours all look like they exploded. Your tomatoes, how's your tin so clean? Because I mixed down here. Well, and another thing, if you notice how I'm using these, I'm going direct from the pan to the paper, because these Primas, if I used them for painting, like real paintings, they wouldn't look this good. But because this is how I use them most of the time, yeah, this is how you keep them clean. And then some of them, of course, they're still green, but you're not going to be able to see this on the, oh, I'll use a different color green. Yeah, baby, now I'm getting smart. Smarter than the average bear. Because they've got a lot of unripe tomatoes right now. But as soon as it got hot, this is looking like a Christmas tree, isn't it? But as soon as it got hot, the tomatoes just started going crazy. But that's really what my tomato plant looks like right now. It's just overflowing. That's probably true, Eileen, but actually these homegrown ones, I think Amy can attest to it. They're pretty darn good. They do have good flavor this year. And of course, my tomatoes are in cages, which I didn't put the cage on there. I suppose I could put it in last. Okay, so then I picked tomatoes and any idea what that is? And I do this at least once a day, sometimes twice a day now. And it's just going to look like it's magically doing this. What is wrong with green tomatoes? What do you mean what's wrong with green tomatoes? You're just waiting for them to turn red. I'm not necessarily a fan of green tomatoes, fried green tomatoes, or anything else. I like tomatoes when they're bright red. Watering the tomatoes. They're not illegal. Green tomatoes aren't illegal. They're just not, it's a hose. That's from watering the tomatoes every day. So when I look back, I can say on the 20th, I watered the wilty tomatoes. Maybe I did say they are illegal. I don't know. All right, and then what else did I do? I watched Stranger Things and I ate popcorn. Oh, and I made a great thing. Amy told me about it. Remember last Monday? Yeah, when Lena was on, we were talking about those little packets of powder that you can pour in water to flavor it. And Amy had told me, oh, the orange ones are really excellent, you know. So I bought some. And she said, put them in the freezer for about an hour until they start forming ice crystals, and then shake it up. And I did that, only I added half orange and half lemonade. So I had orange lemonade and then froze it and shook it up. It was like having a slushie. It was so good. So now I have to figure out how to draw that. Because what did I do? I ate, I did laundry, I watered this, I watched TV. I won't try and draw Stranger Things because do you guys think I could draw that monster in Stranger Things? All right, so let's do a water bottle because that was the first day I did the water bottle thing. But dang, it was good because I'm not a soda drinker. I don't drink sweet kind of drinks at all. But I have to say that water bottle, the frozen water bottle with orange lemonade, holy crap, was that good. I'm not sure how I'm going to draw it icy though. And I'm not letting myself correct things. So whatever comes out is what comes out, you guys. I do remember my water bottle had red, white, and blue label on it because I just threw it away. I had iced coffee Saturday. Amy came up and we colored. And, well, I pretended to color. I'm not going to lie. I didn't really color. Amy colored. I pretended to color. And the rat went and got us iced coffee. But I didn't have iced coffee yesterday. My bottle is just a wee bit lopsided there. That's all the correction I'm going to let myself make. Orange lemonade. Yeah, it is. Hi, Nana. It is yummy. Just like a half of, well, I didn't even use a half because I didn't want it so sweet. So I just used a little bit of orange, a little bit of lemonade, and it was delicious. But the best thing about it was the ice. You definitely got to put it in the freezer for an hour or so and let it get iced up. Sure, Jen. Yeah, go ahead and post your IG handle. Any of you can do that when you're in chat. Yeah, I think for the most part, we like to promote one another. So yeah, I think we'd all enjoy seeing what you got going on. You want to see beautiful plants and flowers? Go on IG and go to Kathy Arbor's page. Now that girl has some amazing plants. I thought I was a fairly good gardener, and then I met Kathy Arbor, and I'm garbage compared to her. Like, that girl can grow some stuff. Gorgeous flowers. But I don't know if Kathy does any kind of veggies or anything. I used to be only flowers. I didn't grow vegetables. Now I do a few flowers and mostly veggies now, because you just can't grow in Oklahoma. between the heat and the animals, it's absolutely impossible. I don't remember what the label was like. I just remember it was red, white, and blue. So I'm just drawing any old stupid design. For sure, Debbie. Isn't that true? Kathy's garden is ticket worthy, for sure. I would pay to go see it in real person. And then she, Kathy Arbor has a channel here on YouTube as well. Oh, there's Kathy. You are growing vegetables. Way cool. But if you haven't been to her channel the last couple weeks, she's been picking flowers and leaves and stuff out of this amazing garden that she has. And she's been doing echo prints, I think is what she calls them. Or maybe that's the name of them in real life. I don't know. But I hadn't seen anybody else really doing it. And it is amazing. You got to watch. She puts them through her die cut machine and smushes the juice out of them and gets their real color. One thing I wonder, Kathy, is how are the colors holding up over time? That's the one thing I'm not sure of, because if you guys have ever pressed flowers, as a rule, they do not hold, the colors don't hold true over time. And I wondered if you smush the color into paper, if it would. I just made up this label for my bottle. I don't know what the label was like. But now I got to figure out how to make it look icy. I guess I'll just add some white. Okay, well, that's drying. I'll go ahead and draw some. And I think adding the ink at the end like this is optional. You don't have to if you like just the watercolor. I happen to like the ink. I like watercolor and ink. So I have to watch for Kathy's answer. It's great so far. Been about 5. Oh, well, if it's been holding for 5 weeks, I think safe to say you might be able to keep those colors. So that's cool. And then other people have jelly printed with the plants. I think Kathy did too. And Amy and I have talked about doing it, but have we actually done it yet? No, we have not. All right. There's the basket full of laundry. Oh, I'm going to do it eventually. Yeah. Yeah, and I'm going to try it through my Cricut too. All right. The tomato plant's going to be a little bit harder, but I'm not going to ink the plant itself, but the The pot is good, and I'll do the and also Kathy does a really, really cool daily journal like this. Only she gives herself more room than I've given myself. Okay. I'm not sure how to, wonder if a light brush of soy milk on paper let dry would do the same thing. Hey, Jan. Hey, Scooby-Doo. A light brush of soy milk on paper let dry would do the same thing. I'm not sure, Jan. No, no, no. Mine's a hand crank. No. And mine would be easy to clean up. So, yeah, I wouldn't worry about that. Okay, I'm going to try and use this white pen just to get some indication. Trying to encourage a little pen to write. A little ice in there, because the best thing about that orange drink was the little ice cubes in there and chewing them up. Oh, that was so good. I will do it again for sure. I should have made one this morning. But I had Dee Dee to watch, so I wasn't thinking. I'm going to use a different brush just because the brush is not, look at this poor brush. It's had haircuts and everything. So yeah, this brush is definitely a little better for small areas. Gonna draw a little bit of red shading in here. Give it a little bit of depth anyway. I don't worry so much. Like if I'm painting in here, if I get shadows just right or anything like that, I just don't worry about it that much. Yeah, gave it a little bit of depth. Her tomatoes are yummy. She shares with, I do share with Amy. What was Amy talking about? The stupid city people here at the lake? That's our main topic of conversation. When are those buttheads going home? Think they'd have the sense to stay home. All right. And what else? The other thing I did was a bowl of popcorn. Popcorn could be fun. Xander is streaming tonight. I did go to Z's for a little while yesterday. All right, let's do this bowl of popcorn. See if we can manage a bowl of popcorn. And I don't often eat popcorn either. I don't know why yesterday it just sounded so good. All right, I think I know how I'm going to do it. I'm not even going to attempt to draw it. The bowl was purple. Just went out the line there. Don't care. And naturally, if I had a bigger space to work with, I'd do this. I just told that, Amy, I did. I froze the orange drink. Yeah, I would obviously be doing this a bunch bigger, but since I have such a small area to work in, I tried to get everything in yesterday in pictures. So, but yeah, I did. Actually, Amy, what I did was I mixed a little bit of orange and a little bit of, sunlight, or that lemonade. You know what one? The one that's really good. No sugar. Why can't I not think of that? Just fixed it. All right. Need a clean brush. Need to get the green out of the yellow. I don't want real yellow popcorn, but I want it kind of yellow. So I'm going to add some little bit of white to it. All right, go to the back. Oh, that's a good popcorn color. Got to let that dry for a minute, so I'll reach out. No, not Country Time. Crystal Light, there it is. Thank you, Gail. Crystal Light. Xander's channel is Scraps to Beauty. Look up, yeah, Scraps to Beauty. And I think you can also find it by just searching Xandra, Zandra, Cudney, Cudney. And either way, I think it's going to come up. Yeah. So, and I don't have my heat gun plugged in, so we're just going to wait for a minute. Yep. She's here. Xandra. Oh, there's Xandra. Hi, Z. I watched you yesterday. You were getting some really cool pulls. So yeah, there's Xandra. And if anybody wants to just put in the link, that would be fine too. There you go. Debbie Epps jumped right on that. Thanks, Debbie. All right. Hopefully the purple won't bleed now. And I always fill my popcorn bowl too full so that I end up with popcorn outside of the bowl as well. I do end up spending a fair amount of time cleaning up after my bad self. Z, I had seen them before, actually. And I haven't had a chance to go look. It's on my stuff to go watch, but I had watched them before. I love those guys. Z told me this weekend, she sent me a message and said, you have to go watch these guys. I had seen them before where they set each other up. To just do things or do jokes or whatever. They're funny as hell. They're really good. And it's on HBO. It started out somewhere else though, Z. I think it's on HBO now. Gosh, I can't think of it. In 15 minutes, I'll think about it. I'll think it up. But yeah, they're funny. I always like recommendations of funny crap to go look. Oh, and did you get the pencil case from Dee Dee? I told her she's going to get Tray TV. Is that the one? Impractical Jokers. Yep. Go look it up. True TV. That's the one. It was on True TV. Yes, Scooby, that's it. All right, waiting for this to dry. I'm not sure what else to add from yesterday. Because then I went to bed and I'm reading a book by, oh crap, I can't remember his name either. But the title of it is, I Am Your Emotional Support Animal. Oh, geez, I can't believe I can't think of his name. You were going to go to Walmart today to get one. Well, now you don't have to go, Z. I looked at my Walmart. They did not have that. They had every other pencil case on the planet, but they did not have that. But I wasn't going to send it anyway, Z, because I knew Dee Dee was going to send it to you. And my comment to her was, it's a good thing you showed it because everybody on the planet would have bought that for Z. Of course, you still maybe get about 15 or 20 of them, Z, because if anybody sees it, you know they're going to send it to you. Because as soon as you see it, it's just like, well, that's Z. So now if you want to know how boring my Sundays are, there you go. French toast and coffee, laundry, water and tomatoes, iced orange drink, popcorn, and oh, I know what I'll do. In the back here, because I'm not going to draw the monster, but I will just go ahead. And what color do I want the background? Because I don't remember what the intro is like. Trying to keep it somewhat colors not too in your face, you know. How to use it. Let's try that current one. See where current is. How can you lose something in 2 seconds? When, there it is. I'm going to say, how can you lose something in 2 seconds when you're streaming? Ooh, that seaside, that one. Pretty. I'm going to come back and do the yellow over the blue. I'm not going to paint around it. That's asking too much for a quick painting. Your Sunday looks healthy. You got exercise, doing laundry, vitamin D while watering plants, drank water. Well, thank you, Brenda. I'm feeling better about my Sunday already. Sundays are pretty much a chill day around here. Robert and I both pretty much think it's a day of rest, so not much goes on Sunday around here. I will say that. We do treat it like a day of rest. Well, I treat every day as a day of rest. I guess I got to give Robert credit for really adhering to that. And some days he does better than others. I have to remind him sometimes. Remember, it's Sunday. You don't have to go out and get all sweaty and dirty. You'll love it. Hoping her mermaid dip pen this week. Who's that, Jane? Got to wait for that to dry. The yellow's almost dry. Okay. You guys see the coffee cup right there? Check it out. Does it look like my coffee cup? Look at, and it's got paint all over it. It was clean this morning. All right. Need black. Oh, that's right. What time are you streaming later, Z? I'll try and make sure I have dinner and everything ready and done before that. I might just send Robert to get me a Sammy too. I forgot to leave the edge of the TV. Big screen. Big screen TV. Ew, I didn't let it dry. That's okay. I don't care. Didn't want to get my arm in the wet paint, is why I moved it around. All right. Now this is going to be totally out of character. But I'm going to, yeah, I'm not going to fix that. So I'll just leave it, which is fine. I'm going to try and do the lettering and not pencil it out first. I'm just going to use the brush and do the lettering, which I never do. Never. Give it a second to dry. I'll read chat. Tell me something funny in chat. I'll have to go back through and get Jen's IG so I can go see Pretty Gardens. I like Pretty Gardens. Of course, actually, this going into the TV may not be a bad thing when you figure I was watching Stranger Things. Come on, dry. Let me see where my plug is. All right, I'm going to plug in the heat gun real quick. I have to unplug it. Well, one, I'm afraid the cat's going to walk on it sometime because sometimes it's on the floor, and I'm scared to death she's going to turn it on and burn the damn house down. So that's one of the reasons. And second, is I need to plug my cell phone in. All right. I'm going to try. And I'm only going to get part of the lettering in. So what color do I want to do it in? The The lettering on the actual show itself is red with a white outline. Yeah. I think I'm going to do it in black. All right. Lots of cat hair and lint around here. I was doing so good. Yeah. Now I might remember that what I was watching, Stranger Things. Okay, that was my day yesterday. Now, let's look at one of the things that I think makes this book, I mean, mine is not anywhere near hers, believe me. But I think one of the things I like about hers is she does things in the background that unite it, like these diagonal lines. Mine, I have a lot of overlapping, so they're kind of united. Whether I like it or whether I don't. But like, just to give you an idea, like this vine down the middle, like she just drew a cup in her lemon water. She does more lettering, and I probably would too, if I was really going to do this. It's a great way to represent the show. The Stranger Things, it is a weird show. If you like weird, get on it. She had sushi for dinner. I don't do sushi. So yeah, she does a combination of each. She incorporates the date, sometimes the day, not always the day, sometimes the weather, not always the weather. If I was going to depict the weather on mine, I'd have to just put hot as hell. And I am going to go ahead and draw some little shadows in the popcorn. So, you know, like if you look at hers and if you look at mine, not comparing the art, mind you, I don't know that you have to be out doing crazy stuff to fill your art or your journal with what you did that day. Mine was just a pretty mundane day, kind of day I love. I mean, yesterday was a perfect day for me. I enjoyed Saturday because Amy came over and played with me. But yeah, I don't think your days have to be something special to find something to art about. Pretty mundane, everyday stuff going on here. And then at this point, I think you could spend as much or as little time as you want. Putting in detail, add more, whatever you want, you know? But I would encourage everybody to do this. And it would be a way to art every day. Just darkening up those letters a little bit. "94 degrees there." I don't know what it is out here. Of course, my thermometer's in the shade. I don't think it's quite yet 90 yet, but it'll be over 100 before 5, they said. Hi, Miss Sally. 74 degrees. Oh my God. I just decided that's ridiculous. All right, what do we want to do? Because today all I've done is watch Dee Dee on the computer and then do this. So today, what would I have to do? I would have to draw my water brush. And then you guys tell me if whatever you want me to draw or paint or whatever. And if we don't know, we'll freaking figure it out. And this one is so old that it's just nasty. Nasty, nasty, nasty. Okay, here we go. The good-looking guy. Oh my God. Wasn't he something? He just made my day. I really thought he needed a bath though. And I'm pretty sure I could accommodate him.
I'm gonna go pick up Kathy Hart's more.
Which way direction are you headed? Veneta? You going toward Veneta?
I'm going to Veneta.
Okay. Just wondering which way you were headed.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'm going to Veneta. So, you get my billfold.
Do you remember where you hit it? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Do you remember where you hit it?
I'm sorry?
Do you remember where you hid your billfold?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yes, sure, but I put it back upstairs.
Oh, okay. So now you're hiding it from me.
No, not really. I We're always.
Thanks, Nancy. Oh, talking about the hunky guy. He was hunky. I mean, he was seriously hunky. He needed a bath. He needed help with a bath. Okay, this is very childlike, but I do it anyway. I always depict water as blue. And if you look at water, it's not blue at all. It's green, it's brown, it's gray. But that's okay.
Absolutely have nothing that I would ever hide from you.
I know that. I was just bugging you because you're so funny. You hid your damn wallet. Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Just be careful.
All right.
Are you taking the truck?
I'm gonna try it.
Robert had a horrible thing the other day, but it worked out good in the end. How could you draw going to online church? Oh, you could draw a cross on a computer screen. But the other day, Robert was going to take the mower that he's going to pick up right now. He was going to take it in for repairs. And so he took his mower over to that place, and then he was going to put her mower on his trailer and take it into town. And when he got back into his truck, it started, but then as soon as he put it into gear, it died. And he couldn't get it to restart. So he ended up calling me. I had to go and get him. And when anything of Robert's breaks, oh my God, he frets, he frets, he frets. And him and Lane, of course, had to talk about it endlessly at church and on and on. So I finally told him, why don't you call your friend Lindy and see what he suggests? And he says, I'll call Rob Marta too. But anyway, one of those guys told him, try this. It's air in your fuel filter. So the next day we went over there and he tried it, and sure enough, he fixed his truck. And you guys know, if you take your truck or anything into a dealer, it's $1,000. I mean, they're going to charge you $1,000 for nothing, right? So, yeah. So he was absolutely tickled that he fixed his truck. I was tickled he fixed his truck because, hell, I didn't want to be out $1,000. That's a lot of paint. All right, now I'm just painting this because I'm just going to paint this because it's sitting in front of me. All right, let's see. Now this one I am going to space out a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Okay. Okay, I just made an assumption there when Dorothy said something about online church. When I said cross, I just assumed it was a Christian church. Don't you know? And I actually like the sketchiness of how that woman does it. So this is going to turn out bigger than I just won't do all the colors. That's no big deal. You need to find a handsome single mechanic your age. I agree, Brenda. Okay, Dorothy, I assumed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll just go ahead and add them all. But honestly, you guys, this is how rough your sketches can be. And believe me, it'll turn out okay in the end. Okay. I do have to clean the white off because now I've got yellow in it. That'll take a long time to come out, so I'm just going to do it white with a little bit of yellow. And then it'll at least show up anyway. The white is obviously more opaque than any of the other colors because they put stuff in it to make it that way, right? I like the Prima watercolors, you guys. For playing, I think you can't really beat them. But then you guys could also do this with a set of Crayolas. I mean, you don't need any special products. And I don't care that the pans aren't the same size or look the same. I kind of like the wonkiness of nothing being exact. I think the whole idea is just getting it down and then moving on. You know, like don't stress about it, move on, go to the next thing. Because a week from now, you'll look back at it and you'll enjoy it, but you won't care. This classic set has good colors in it. You'll try. The prangs are good, Nancy. I showed a bunch of different books, Julie. I showed the one that inspired me, that made me kind of decide that I was going to do this today. I was going to draw on watercolor anyway, but that maybe for you guys just gets boring as hell. I don't know. But this book inspires me every time I pick it up. Every time. Draw Your Day. And this woman keeps a journal, and she puts enough down it about her day that it's just interesting, it's fun, it gives you a place to practice your drawing, your lettering, your watercoloring, whatever it is. You know, like she always adds some fresh fruit or lettering, and it's all a lot about the food that she ate. Flowers. I mean, you can fill in with almost anything. No, Allie. I was explaining earlier, if you're kind of careful and don't go over and over it, if you let it dry between layers, you do not have bleed through. And this is cheap paper. This is really cheap paper. So if you're just a little bit mindful and don't go over it and over it and over it, it won't bleed through. Now, if I just kept insisting on going over it again and again, I'm going to get some bleed. But that's the amount of water you add. If you let it dry and then go back over it again, you won't get bleed. So this is the book that I was just using for inspiration. But there's tons of others. I was going to draw out of this book if we had time, because this book has so much of the things that you might have in your everyday thing. You know, like here's breakfast, fried breakfast, waffles, eggs on toast, monkeys for when you see all those monkeys that are out there, or when you're out on your skateboard. This is kind of more precision drawing than what I'm doing in my book. But I mean, it would even be interesting if a helicopter went overhead, that you attempted to draw a helicopter. If you saw a dog, here's a teacup, here's a teapot, here's soda, here's milk, you know, like this encyclopedia has so many of the things that you might want to draw during, you know, just in your sketch. I'm not really looking at that, but I will draw out of it if you guys tell me what you want me to draw. Right now, I'm just drawing what's in front of me. And I'm sure this has appeared in the Beast more than one time. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, there's vehicles. I mean, the vehicles are hard. You think so? Well, maybe we'll have to attack one and see. I would say those, I just flipped back to that section. I would say they're definitely more advanced than, say, the coffee cup, for sure. But it's certainly good practice. I mean, I wouldn't let that deter me in any way. Know what I mean? All right, I'm going to go ahead. Draw some little shadows here. And if you know, work on the things that you want to get better at, you know, like if you want to get better at shading, while you're doing this, really give some thought to where the shading would be, what would it look like. And in just a second, I'll do it next. Like right now, this is looking real flat, right? And when I'm looking down at this, what is it when I'm looking down at this that gives this some dimension? It's where the shadows appear. Like there's a shadow here that is cast from those pans. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in. It's not going to be perfect, but it definitely will show you. Okay, there's little gray nubs sticking up, holding the pans in. So we'll put them in. Gray is also a little bit more opaque than the other colors. But I think what really is going to give this some depth. It's $40 for the encyclopedia. You would have to do cereal for breakfast and Amazon delivers every day. Well, you could do that, Eileen. Just, you know, like on the days when you do Lucky Charms, count how many moons there are as opposed to how many shamrocks, right? I would draw a lot of coffee cups too, Jilly, because I drink coffee all day, every day. All day, unless I have iced coffee, in which case I don't. But it's still coffee every day. Okay, but when you look at this, one of the things that makes it look a little bit used is that, okay, there's in the yellow, and this is in fact true, there's a little bit of orange where I've messed it up. There's a little bit of red. Of course, this one still has it, so. But then I'm going to take this gray and I'm going to go ahead and indicate that there are dips in these pans. Ooh, I should have cleaned that first. This paper is not as forgiving as a nice Arches is. See how just adding a little bit of shadow into those pans, you can see how they look a little bit more used now. And then you can use the white paint, but I'm just going to use a white pen because it's easier. On the other side, I'm going to give it a highlight. In this, because I'm doing it in a hurry, I made them all uniform, but in real life, you make each one a little bit different so that they don't look all the same. Did you enter what? Doodle Wash giveaways? No, I didn't know anything about it. Didn't know anything about it. That's what I get for staying the hell away from computers on the weekends. I think I missed everything. Okay, and if you don't have watercolors, you can do the same thing with your colored pencils or whatever. Like, don't think if you just because you don't have the stuff that you can't do it. It is watercolor month. Well, somebody should have told me that. What? Okay, why didn't you tell me that, Eileen? How come I'm the last one to know anything? Okay, I'm going to try and clean this white off again. because I would like a little bit more white shadow or highlight. That's probably Amy's husband, the message, probably messaging me. I'm going to check in just a second, but I'll bet you $10 it's Amy's husband. And when I open the message, it's going to say Pelican. You just did. I know, Eileen, but you didn't tell me before this. Add some other little highlights here and there. Come here. Okay, I'm going to check real quick. All right, and even though I don't have much mess down in the tray of mine, I'm going to go ahead and make a mess. Because if you ever saw Dee Dee's, holy crapola, is that thing a mess. I would just put that thing under running water. Just so it doesn't look quite so precious. And I'm not going to put the lid on it. I'm just going to do. That book is $80 plus 7 shipping in Canada. Are you kidding, Jilly? Hi, Molly. $80? Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, I was right. It's Lane, and all he said in the message was Pelican. He just wanted to be a part of my stream. That's funny. I knew it. All right, come on. All right, what next, guys? We've got an hour left. Because I don't know what else I'm going to do today. So I may or may not have ordered that book you mentioned, Your Bad Influence on My Wallet. Hi, Kalina. I'm glad I'm a bad influence on somebody. I need to be a bad influence on somebody. Let's pick something out of the book and draw it. All right, here, this is how we'll do this. Somebody either, yeah, just give me a page number or an item, either way. I don't care. The first one, and I'll just attempt to draw it. Tracy said a farm truck. Farm truck. Okay, that's water. Push or pull. Public transport. Professional vehicles. There's a tractor. Fire engine. Truck. Looking. Which book did you buy, Galena? The Draw Your Day? You won't be sorry. All right, I'm not seeing farm truck in here. Oh my God. Tell him he needs to settle down. Settle down. I'm not seeing a farm truck in here. There's plenty of ships. A farm truck to me is just a regular truck. Okay, and then Eileen said, let's see what's on page 13. Oh, 13 aren't any drawings yet. That's where he's still talking. Page 52. I think he's still doing instruction there. He's actually drawn, it looks like, oops, crap falling. He's telling you how to do shiny plastic, silky fur, and smoke, and this looks like smooth rubber. Pancakes. Well, we can do pancakes. Breakfast, breakfast, breakfast. This is what Eileen would want me to draw. Where's a cockroach? Spider. The ladybug's cute. There it is. That's a flea. Let's see. There's a cockroach. Pancake, eggs, and bacon. Let's go to the food. Well, food is actually a good thing because I think that's probably what so many of us would be drawing in our daily book. What did we eat that day? I like to write down what I eat because then when I have trouble figuring out what the hell to fix for dinner or whatever, I can go back to my book. Because if it's going to go to default, I know what it's going to be. Pizza. All right. Here's breakfast foods. All right. There's pancakes, waffles, and a fried breakfast, and eggs on toast. Stop. Did you tell me to stop when I was on the cockroach page, Eileen? She likes bugs. She likes insects. You need to get back to journaling. You have barely used it in 2 months. I think it's a good habit every day. All right. I'm just going to go to the back of the beast, and I'm going to keep doing it on cheap paper with, well, I'll just tear a page out. I don't mind tearing a page out of the beast if I go to the back to do it. Doesn't bother me a bit. Because I won't be using all the pages in this book because here I'm in July. I've only got to get to December. So I won't use all the pages in it. Okay, let's look here. How can I do this so that you guys can see? We'll do pancakes first because it's going to be easy peasy, I think. Okay, so on the pancakes, it starts with the top pancake, and it starts out as kind of an oval, and I'll draw a little bit bigger. Okay, here's the one underneath. This is a stack that's about ready to fall over. Okay, there you go. Okay, you guys can do that. Draw along. You're going to have to learn to draw peanut butter. Just get the brown out. And peanut butter is slippery, so The thing is, just make sure you get a good highlight on peanut butter. Okay, and then it has some butter on top, which is absolutely necessary. I'm going to straighten out my oval there. I don't know why they show the butter going off the pancake. It's a big old hunk, obviously. And then to indicate that where the air bubbles are in pancakes, she just drew some, not perfect, but they're for the most part ovally and different sizes. So, and then because there's some thickness to a pancake, you got to draw the thickness in. And then on each one of those, I should make the drawing a little bit cleaner. I normally would not. Draw the thickness in on each of them. Actually, I was wanting pancakes yesterday and I don't have any pancake mix. And I was not going to start from scratch. So just know that. If I don't have Bisquick or something to start it, we ain't having pancakes. Okay, so after you get the idea of how to draw the thickness and the stack of pancakes, go ahead where you have space and draw the okay, now this one shown is graphite, where you would show the shadows and stuff like that. I could do it in graphite, or I could go ahead and try it in watercolor. Do you want to do it in watercolor? Because we can. We can. All right, let's see. I've got kind of a tan in here. Tan and brown. We're going to use tropical. We're going to have tropical pancakes. You need this book. I think it's a good book. Ask for it for your birthday or some special time, you know? Okay, I'm going to stay away from the butter. But pancakes, as a rule, have kind of a, in my world, yellowish brown, because most of this is not going to go ahead and show. But they're kind of just lightly brown tan, right? And I need to remember to put that on the list. Okay, and most of you here have cooked pancakes and know that the edges of the pancakes don't get brown because they don't touch the skillet, right? So you can leave them white. And I'll pick up some of that graphite here in a minute. And the coloring I'm just making up as I go along because, I mean, I could pull up a reference, and if you want it to be better, I would say by all means, get yourself a reference photo because there's nothing better for getting better at something than using a reference. I mean, for sure. Because your brain can't remember everything. And anybody who says, well, unless they have a photographic memory, anybody who says they draw from memory or can paint from memory or whatever, I think they're full of crap because your brain can't store all that. So right now I'm just remembering that, yeah, wherever the batter touched the pan, it turned a nice golden brown, right? And then if you're like me, there's going to be some areas where it's going to be browner than others, definitely along the edges, right? It helps if you let the paint dry before you start working on it. You won't stick your hand in it. Is it looking like a pancake to you? And make them irregular because, you know, everything in life is really more irregular than you would maybe draw it. And I will add a little bit of color on the sides. But it'll be real, real faint. Because really at this point, all you're doing is drawing with the brush. And these water brushes are great for that. So much easier than, oh, I goofed that up. I need to add color there. We got some pancakes going on here, girls. You draw the smoke. You know what? I think somebody could make $1 million. This is my idea. Hi, Kenny. Hey, this is my idea. Somebody needs to invent a smoke detector that when it goes off, because mine goes off all the time, especially when I'm cooking pizza. I don't know why. I'm guessing just puff of, or maybe it's the junk in the onion or in the oven burning. But anyway, when the smoke detector goes off, that when you scream at it, I'm cooking, that it just goes off. Like you don't have to go fan it or anything like that. All you have to do is scream, I'm cooking, and it goes, duh, and shuts off. Isn't that $1 million idea? You're hungry? I'm sorry. I'm kneading my eraser and getting it soft. Hey, Kenny, did you order one of those guys that Dee Dee painted this morning? I would have ordered up a couple of them. You got a new stove a couple weeks ago, shiny and clean. I would never cook in it, ever. And I'm definitely not going to be like Lena, where I'm going to win the cleanest oven in the universe competition. I promise you that. All right. We're going to get some yellow for the butter, but butter is never as yellow as that. So we're going to go over here and trash out our white that we just cleaned up. Now, I think this butter should be dripping. Like going off the side and dripping. That's the way I would do butter. There's Lena. I knew I could get her out of lurking. She does have the cleanest oven in the universe, and she has a zine to prove it. I need to invent one, right, Kenny? I need to invent. Okay. So let's see. I think I want to, I am going to paint some butter dripping down. Because in my world, that's what would be happening. This would just be like melting all over. There's butter dripping off of it. All right, now we're going to put in the shadows. Let's use the gray. I'll do the first one gray. If I don't like gray, I'll pick a brown or something. But I'm going to try the gray. I about had it with this lint crap today. Hi, Lena. What are you doing? I wish you were here with me. Last week was so much fun. If you missed it, Lena streamed with me last week. It was kick butt fun for me. And I think the audience liked it. I got good comments. And the thing about shadows is you just kind of have to give it some thought. Okay, this pancake is hanging over the one underneath it. So the shadow would go on out like that rather than follow the contour of the pancake. So you just kind of have to give it some thought, but that's kind of the deal. I ended up adding some black just to, so you guys can see it. You loved every minute? Me too, Lena. We're going to do it again. We definitely are. Because that was fun as heck. Where the pancakes meet is going to be your darkest shadow. So get your darkest shadow in there. And then where it's you know, falling over, make sure you get that shadow. And that one, by giving the shadow back there, we've given the indication that this pancake is sticking out further than the one underneath it. And I've emphasized that so you guys can kind of see it. All right. Now, make sure my brush is real clean. I'm going to use a whiter version of that. So it doesn't have to be like a big deal. Like you can do this in a big hurry. Would this take 10 minutes or less? And I'm not letting it dry. You'll have better results if you let each part of it dry before moving on to the next. Got to clean that up right now or I'm going to have a mess. That's a bad habit I have, actually. All right. They did do a little puddle of melted butter. Around. Oops, too dark. To give those circles color, I'll just move the colors that I've used around it. Like there where I had too dark, the nice thing about watercolor is you can go back in and pick some of that up. If you could look and you see that, oh, that doesn't look exactly right. Where's a darker brown? Probably in this set. And then again, you could call it done right now because you definitely get the idea that that's pancakes and that's what you had for dinner or breakfast. Well, you could have it for dinner too, but that's what you had for breakfast. Or at this point, literally, you could go in and spend as much time dinking with it as you want. Entirely up to you. Your deal. Oops, black. Keep dipping into the black. Now we are getting ice cream and you're still connected. That's awesome. And I didn't erase my sketch because most of it just disappeared into the painting. And that's just your choice, I think. For something like this, it doesn't bother me. Don't care. If it was a real painting, yeah, I would have erased it. And I might have gotten a little dark along there. But if you get it too dark, the nice thing about watercolor is you can just go back in and pick it up. Or just go in and add the dark, you know, other places so it doesn't look out of place wherever it is. So there you go. That's your pancakes for breakfast. And then if you ground them, I mean, you could put a plate around them. You could do pretty much whatever you want at this point. Thanks, Galena. Ah. Okay. Let's see what else we want to paint. Let's do they have drinks in here? Of course, wine. A lot of you probably could put wine glass on every day. Eileen would probably have to put a great big old bottle of scotch on hers. And I don't have a huge amount of time left, so if there's anything you want to see, let's do quickly. Pizza is always good. Oh, see, I'm making myself hungry now too. Any of these fruits are cool. I was wondering. All right. Strawberry is always fun too. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and draw it quickly. Lemon on pancakes. Lemon on pancakes? What? Are you talking lemon curd? I like lemon curd on French toast or on bagels. I'll eat lemon curd literally on anything. I love lemon curd. Okay, when you're looking at a strawberry, lemon juice and sugar on pancakes. Well, now that's one way to ruin a great pancake. Lemon juice. And I love citrus flavor, but I don't think I would put lemon juice on my pancake. Okay, when you're looking at a strawberry, right in the center is where the little seed pits are going to be the most round. So if that helps you decide the shape and placement of those, just remember that the center closest to you is going to have the most perfect shape. And then as it moves away from you, they're going to get more oblong. They maybe not look as evenly spaced, whatever. But you know that from your own experience. So and for a strawberry, I would definitely get a reference. And I might do that here in a minute. Definitely get a reference because the shadows and the highlights, I mean, it would just help you so much with the shadows and the highlights. So when you're drawing fruit or anything like that, I would say get a reference. I mean, this is good practice. And if you're doing graphite for shading and stuff, I think this one is excellent. It's traditional there. Okay, and Joan is saying that your pancakes are different. Yeah, because I was going to say, I'm pretty sure I would never put lemon juice on a pancake. I just wouldn't do that. So we obviously must be talking about two different animals here because, yeah, you just wouldn't do that. Well, some people might. Hell, I don't know. There's some pretty weird people out there. Be like putting avocado on a pancake. You wouldn't do that, would you? Put powdered sugar on first and then lemon. Make sure the pancakes are hot. It's yummy. Huh. Yeah, I wouldn't put powdered sugar on it either. So that's funny. I wonder what, Joan, since you've been here a bunch of times, what would be our equivalent of your pancake? I've done a lemon flavored whipped topping on mine. It was good. Yeah, I think I would like the lemon flavor, but not the lemon juice. Like the lemon juice to me, I don't know, it's just too sour. So, okay, there's a strawberry. So let's see. Yeah, see where you can, I mean, I drew it straight on, so it would be like that, but like this half would be in shadow. All this would be highlighted over there. So let's give it a go because I ain't got much time now. Let's go get this bad boy started. And I'm just using the classic red. There might be a better red out there, but I'm just going to use the classic and water it down a little bit over on the edge. Okay, and in this, I'm going to use a white pen, but if I was doing pure watercolor, I would really have to plan out where to leave the white to begin with. But I'm not going to do that because I'm just going to go back in and add it with a white pen. Now, one flavor I do love is strawberry. I do like strawberry, but orange or lemon probably would be my favorite. Lemon cake, Elaine. Lemon cake. Now, one nice thing about watercolor, you guys, if I can pick it up, this is crap paper, remember, and now I've got it all buckled, and you guys are seeing highlights where the paper is buckled, okay? But I'm going to go ahead and try and pick up some of the paint right here where the light's hitting it, and this paper's pilling. So right now, the best thing to do would be just to stop, just to leave it alone, and don't peel the paper too much. Lemon cake is the bomb, right, Julie? Oh, I love lemon cake. Hi, Michelle. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Okay. I'll hit it with a heat gun real quick to speed it up. Because I'm peeling that paper pretty bad. Don't want to do that. Seeing if you brush it, that's one thing you have to learn when you watercolor. Do not brush your paper. Do not do it. Okay. Don't worry about it, Elaine. I'm just laughing because if I think of a lemon cake, I think of you. Someday, when it's all over, we will be able to get together and have lunch and stuff. I'm beginning to think they're never going to let it end. This is just going to be permanent, stupid life forever. I hope not, but yeah. All right, actually, at this point, the best thing to do, because I'm working so small, is to go ahead So make yourself do stuff like this. I think it's good practice. There's really nothing hard about it. I'm going to say until the day I die that anybody can learn to draw. We're not all going to be Dee Dee, but we can be us, and there's nothing wrong with that. And honestly, I think the best thing is we all need a hobby. Like someday you're not going to have kids at home. You're going to have a lot of time on your hands. And I can honestly say, and I love my job. I loved working. I liked raising kids. You know, I liked everything about that. But I have to say, I am never bored. ever. I am never bored. It doesn't matter. There's always something you can do. You can draw, you can read a book about drawing. I mean, this is like the best hobby in the world, you guys. Never bored, never. Okay, now I'll go back. And I'm doing this really quick and dirty, you guys. You would do it probably differently, and that's fine. But because I'm almost out of time and I want to give you an idea. And I'm using the cheapest paper and not necessarily the cheapest paints, but just to show you that you can do it with anything. And these are strawberries that can go on your pancakes. Now, I do like fruit on either French toast or waffles. I do like that. And I'm kind of trying to work with a limited palette as well. So if you've got the Crayolas, you've got ample colors to do anything you need to do. If you get more than that, it's really just a luxury. Oh, I missed. You haven't been anywhere since March 1st. Wow. Well, I've been out. I have gone out for sure. Not very much, but I was never one to go out much. So this whole lockdown thing wasn't entirely painful for me because it's pretty much my life. Sorry if I got off screen there. That paper has completely dried now, so I can go back in. I'm still going to pill it a little bit, and I didn't use permanent ink there, so but yeah, it's better if you wait for your first layer to dry before you go back in with your second. Not uncommonly, I will add another color I might have added a little bit of purple. I added a little bit of yellow this time. Sometimes if you add another color, it just makes it a little bit more interesting. I made it harder for myself because I added those little seeds early. And those seeds, I did them black, but you can also do them yellow. I think on the younger, I can't remember if it's younger or older, but those seeds, even though they look black, that's a shadow. I think they're actually yellow. All right, moving that out of the way. Hit it with the heat gun real quick. Yeah, I'm not sure when, you know, going and visiting and stuff like that is a good idea. I really don't, especially with Judy and Bill having been sick, Eileen. All right, where did my picture go? Hang on. All right, I'll just pick a side. Any side probably doesn't matter. It's probably hard for you guys to see because I'm not working that big. But I'll hold it up here in just a minute. Oops. Try and keep your shadows on the same side so you kind of get an idea where the light's coming from. And then halfway over, you can switch it to the other side because the light, in this case, the way I've got it drawn, the light is hitting right on. So your light is going to be before the shadow for your highlight. Because I don't have enough colors out already. Thanks, Carrie Ann. Hi, by the way. So do you have a date yet? Have a Zoom meeting with your family? Well, that's a good idea. I haven't seen some of my family in so long, I might think that I'm talking to the wrong family. Now I'm just dinking around. October 24th. Yay, Carrie Ann. I don't know if anybody in the audience really knows about that. So if you want to tell them what's going on, I'll let you do it rather than me doing it. I'm happy. Bill's a good egg. Or seemed to be. I met him. Carrie Ann, for those of you that don't know, lives in Australia. And she came down to Jen's while ZCB and I were there. And she went to the kangaroo park with us. It was a fun day. Meeting Fibs is a ton of fun, you guys. I will say that. It's a ton of fun. Gonna raid your fridge. Okay, she went ahead and said it. So Carrie Ann and Bill are engaged to be married October 24th, and I'm really happy for them. Good people right there. So and actually, oh my gosh, Carrie Ann, every time I think about you and that whole trip, the thing I think about is cleaning with Clorox. Oh my gosh. Poor Carrie Ann. She didn't stay with us at Jen. She had some friends nearby that her and her husband, or soon to be husband, were going to stay with. And apparently they hadn't seen him for a long time. And these were not the cleanest people in the world. So poor Carrie Ann had to go clean these people's house so she could sleep there. Oh, your nephew had a Zoom wedding on the weekend. Okay, well, see that it like the whole world is just changing so crazily, right? It's like, who would think about attending a wedding on video? I want to go because the drinks are free. Okay, so there you go. You got a strawberry for your journal. And if you guys start doing this, start painting in your journal, do pictures. I want to see it. And you can take as much or as little time as you want. Obviously, today I was not taking much time. Kathy Arbor takes more time in hers, and her pictures are amazeballs. But yeah, just do it and make it yours, right? And if you want, get the encyclopedia. It kind of stinks, though, I have to say. Like, there's an odor for that book that I can't really get rid of. Try having a funeral on video. I just wouldn't even do that. We're still waiting to plan a funeral for my aunt. She died in April. And so, yeah, I mean, even getting in, she lived in a very nice retirement community, but even getting in there to clean out the apartment and stuff, you know, everything's just such a pain in the butt. Thanks for coming, Jeanette. They had it outside and just family. It was great for them. Plus, save that. Oh, yeah. I mean, everybody's saving a ton of money because you don't have to travel. You don't have a hotel. You don't have to buy those buttheads drinks. I'm going to tell Robert we're getting married. That's it. We're going to have a video wedding. We're going to do it on my stream. And I don't have to buy any of you guys drinks or food or nothing. But I'll make sure that everybody has my address. So, like, if you want to send gifts, what the hell? Or if you want to just send me an Amazon card. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. So, thanks for coming. I want to see you guys journals. I'm going to fix my tomato plant. Let's see if I can pull you in a little bit. All right, that's as close as I'm getting, unless I start moving cameras. So, all right, you guys, time for me to scram out of here. You guys go have a good day. I appreciate your support more than you know. Tag me so I can see your stuff, okay? Bye, Lena. Bye, Nancy. Bye, everybody. Catch you next time. Adios.